Hello and welcome everyone to our New Year, New You webinar, where I'll be showing you 3 simple life hacks that are going to take your business from so-so to success. I'm Raven Perkins and I want to thank everyone here on the call with me today. You guys are awesome. I am so incredibly excited to be here today with you. I am so grateful that you are here. Thank you. And I want you to know that I am proud of you. When you invest your time into furthering your knowledge about your industry and your marketing experience, you're going to see your business grow exponentially. And that's what we're going to do here right now on this call. We're going to take your business to that next level because I'm going to show you the 3 life hacks that you can implement in your business right now, today. Anyone can do this. And these 3 life hacks are going to change the trajectory of your business forever. My friends, let's just get real here. These are the things that successful entrepreneurs in all kinds of businesses, not just direct sales, these are the things that they are doing on a daily basis that make them successful and keep them successful. And we all have it within our power to do the same things and achieve the same levels of success. So, are you ready? Well, are you? Now, before we officially get started here, it's really important that I have your full attention. We'll be going over some critical information that will make you a lot of money in the days and weeks to come. So do me a favor right now and make sure you're in a quiet room free of distractions. Turn off your cell phones, close all your extra windows on your computer, and yes, that includes Facebook. Wait until after the webinar is over to tell all of your direct sales friends just how awesome it is. I don't want you to miss out on anything. Trust me, you're going to thank me later. And make sure that you take notes as we go along so that you can implement these strategies in your own business right away. And you're going to want to take out your 100 No's worksheet that you should have been able to download. And no worries if you did not get your copy. Stick with me to the end and I will email you another one after the webinar is complete. But if you do have it, take it out right now and we're going to go over it in a little while. And you're really going to want to stick around until the end of the call. I love giving out extra special prizes. And today I'll be giving out my most popular product, the Direct Sales Business Binder Template Kit. You're going to love it, and I'll tell you all about how that will work a little while later. Now, there are 2 very important things that you should know before we get started. And if you've been to one of my other webinars before, or if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I like to go over this frequently because I'm just so passionate about it. And I feel like this is absolutely critical for you to know. First, I want you to know that I believe in you. The direct sales industry is filled with fantastic companies that will allow anyone with a desire to build a business and change their lives the opportunity to do so. And so many people have. With direct sales, moms are able to stay home with their children, those running the corporate rat race are able to retire their running shoes, and many top performers are able to bring their spouses home from work as well. And yet for every wild success story, there are dozens that do not achieve greatness. And why is that? Well, one of the biggest reasons is doubt. Most of us have someone in our lives that thinks that our business dreams are little more than a hobby, or that they're unrealistic, or delusional, or just plain silly. When these opinions come from those we love and trust most in our lives, it can be difficult to push through the negativity and continue to see our business in the positive light that is needed for success. And sometimes it's hard to find others who understand, who are with you and know that you are right on the edge of fabulous success. You just need a little more time, training, and a few more resources to get you there. I understand, and I believe in you. You are here right now, making a positive effort in growing your business by learning new skills and new perspectives, and I know that you can do it. The second thing you need to know is that my goal in life is your success. Zig Ziglar is famous for the quote, "You can have everything in life you want if you would just help enough other people get what they want." And that is my personal mantra. My goal is for you to be as successful as you possibly can be in your business. I want you to set high goals and reach every single one of them. I want to help change your life for the better, and I want to empower you to change the lives of others. I want you to succeed. Now, I know that was a little heavy there, but it's important to me to let you all know where I'm coming from in my business and my life and why I'm committed to education and training. So let's get started. So, who am I? I'm Raven Perkins. I'm a direct sales trainer from Florida. I'm a single mom of 2 teens, and I'm still active in direct sales, though I did switch from the company I had originally started with. I've been involved in direct sales and network marketing since the year 2000, when my mother said she wanted to throw a Tupperware party. Any Tupperware consultants in the house? I don't sell it anymore, but I will always love it. In fact, I am a total Tupperware snob to this day. If it's plastic and it's in my kitchen, you can totally turn it over and look at the bottom because I guarantee it's Tupperware. In fact, I love most direct sales companies. My home is filled with hundreds of items from dozens of different direct sales companies, from the makeup I wear to the candles I burn, and don't even get me started on the jewelry. And not only is my home filled with products from a variety of direct sales companies, but my training and webinars are designed for a variety of direct sales companies too. In fact, here are some things others are saying about my programs. Holly says, I just want to say a great big huge thank you. I learned a better way to work my business on social media thanks to Raven and signed up a new affiliate for my business. You rock. I plan to rethink my entire way of working my business. And Jessica says, I love working with Raven. She has not only coached me to business success and a nice passive income, but given me the confidence to believe in myself to do things I never thought I could. I trust her guidance implicitly. There are more, but I'm not one to brag. I show you what others are saying because I think it's important to me that you understand that my systems work for everyone. It doesn't matter what company you're in. And we're going to be going through some of my favorite life hacks here today. In fact, this call today has the ability to completely change the way you run your business too. Today, we're going to be going over the top 3 life hacks to take your business from so-so to success. And what does that mean, so-so? Well, most of us have been there. Our business is chugging along, maybe making some money, maybe paying a bill or two, but it's never really gotten there. You know what I'm talking about. That special place that all the success stories talk about, where you're making enough money to quit your day job or really take your living situation to that next level. That place you're at before you reach success, that's so-so. And we all know what success is. And I promise you, it is within your reach. So today, we are going to change that. I'm going to be showing you what to do on a daily basis to increase your income. You're going to be shocked because it really won't seem, at least at first, like it has anything to do with your business. But I promise you that it does. I'll be sharing the number 1 way to keep going, even when you're overwhelmed or may have lost your way. And finally, you will leave this call today knowing the big secret that all the top income earners in direct sales implement in their business on a daily basis. It costs nothing, but it will grow your business bigger than you think is possible. When you combine these 3 life hacks, what to do daily, getting unstuck and not succumbing to overwhelm, and learning the magic success secret top earners utilize, what do you think that will do for your overall business? Could it take your business from so-so, just getting by, a fun hobby? Could it take it from so-so to success? To the business of your dreams? Yes, right? Now, this might all sound like a lofty promise, but stick with me and I will get you there. So let me start by telling you a little story about how this life hack discovery came about. Now, I debated about sharing this with you multiple times. It's very personal, and me telling this story affects more than just me. But I feel I need to tell it so that you will understand where I'm coming from. 2 years ago, I found myself at a much unexpected crossroads. My life was going well, really well, in fact. You see, my husband and I worked together full-time, managing a commercial strip mall and storage facility. We were best friends and loved spending time together. The work was easy and fun, and between the two of us, the pay was good enough to cover our living expenses, and we had pretty decent benefits. I worked only 4 days a week, which gave me plenty of time to run my direct sales and internet business on the side, slowly paying for things like braces for the kids, travel for business conferences, and paying off my husband's 6-figure student loan debt. Progress was slow, but we were heading in the right direction. My business was so-so, but I was happy and enjoying the journey. Things were going so good, in fact, that I decided to buy my first ever new car, spending a good chunk of my savings on a down payment and taking out my first ever car loan. I was 34 at the time and quite proud of myself. A couple weeks later, a dream business opportunity landed in our laps. My husband had been talking about starting a vending machine business for years, and the right deal came up. It would take the rest of our savings. Talk about poor timing right after the car purchase. But it was worth it, and it was a pretty safe investment. I mean, we both had jobs, I had a side income, and though we had worked for years to save up this money, it was a new start, something that was really important to him. But it all came crashing down less than a month later. I was in for the shock of my life when I discovered that my husband had been stealing money to fund an addiction. Everything that I knew about him was a lie. The person that I had been married to for 12 years simply didn't exist. In one single moment, my life changed completely. Shocked and dazed, I had to make some hard decisions for myself, my children, and our future. 2 months after discovering that the man I had spent the last 12 years of my life with had betrayed himself and our family, I was officially divorced. And because I had worked with him, I was suddenly jobless. And to top it all off, I was also broke, having spent the last of my savings on the vending machine business and resorting to credit cards to cover the divorce itself and my new expenses. Now the true decisions needed to be made. That side business, the one that funded braces and debt repayment and business conferences, which, if I'm being truthful, were more about fun than they were about business at the time. I had to decide if I was going to make it a go or put it on the back burner instead and look for another job. I can't express to you how tempting it was to just walk away, to crawl back into the comfort zone of somebody else making the decisions, to leave the course of my future to somebody else, an employer. But I didn't do it. Instead, I gambled everything. If this didn't work out, I'd be homeless and in more debt than I could even contemplate. I gambled on me. I took a chance and said, I believe I can do this. So I did. Now, I've got to tell you, I'm like most people. I searched for years for a magic pill to make me rich. I wanted the easy way out. Let's admit it, most of us do. And once I realized that it took real work to build a business, I did put effort into it. But not all my effort. And my so-so business reflected that. You see, I always had a crutch, a backup plan, something to save my skin if life ever got hard. A job, a spouse, a tax refund. There was always something around the corner that would pay my bills for me. So I got lazy. Instead of working on my business every available chance I got, I'd make excuses in my mind. I'd tell myself that I worked hard at my job or taking care of my kids that day, which was all true, so it made sense in my brain, and that I deserved to watch a movie on TV instead of attending a webinar or creating one. I'd tell myself that it was the weekend and the kids deserved mommy and daddy taking them to the park, which was true. They did need to spend quality time with us. But instead of getting up an hour early to do some work on my business before park time, I'd sleep in. And when we got home, there was often something that I found more important to do than work my business. I probably only put in 20% of an effort. I was doing good, but I could have done so much better. And for me, it took being faced with my life completely being turned upside down and heading in a direction I didn't see coming to make a change. I woke up one day and realized it was now or never. I no longer had the luxury of a choice. I had to make it or die trying. I've always envied those people who are go-getters, the ones born organized with ambition that never give up, the ones that wake up at 4 a.m. every day and jump into life. No coffee required. Have you noticed that those people are generally the most successful in life? I've noticed. I may not have been born with that go-getter attitude, but I do have this all-consuming passion that tells me if they can do it, so can I. I just need to figure it out. What is it that makes these successful people tick? Can I learn to do what they do? And would it make me successful too? I love quotes. And one of my favorite quotes by Jim Rohn is, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And in my quest to find out how the most successful people I knew got their success, I took this to heart. I made friends with those I admired most in the business world and spent the majority of my time with them. Now, how did I do that? I literally started following some of these women on Facebook, and then when they shared what live in-person training they'd be attending or speaking at, I went. I got to know them in person. We became friends. I made them my mentors and even took on 2 as my own private coaches. And I started asking questions. By far, my favorite question was, what do you do every day that makes the biggest difference to the bottom line of your business? If you listen to my weekly podcast, you've probably heard me ask many of my guests the same question. What do you do every day that makes the biggest difference to the bottom line of your business? I listened. And then I did those things too. So what are these magic tricks? I'm glad you asked. We start our life hacks with something you're going to do every single day for the rest of your life. But how you choose to do it can be the difference between so-so and success. Wake up. Every day, we all have to get up and face the world. Now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Have you ever said that to your kids before? You can do this the easy way, or you can do this the hard way. I'm pretty sure that at times, we're all still a bunch of big kids. Before my change, here's how my morning would go. I knew I'd need to get the kids ready for school and out the door by 7:45 a.m., so I'd set the alarm for 6:30. They were big enough to handle getting ready on their own by now, so it was just me waking them up and getting myself ready. In my mind, I'd get up at 6:30, have plenty of time to get something to eat, get myself dressed, and put makeup on and be ready for the day. And that was the plan. Wake up at 6:30. But in reality, I'd hit the snooze 3 times, and then it would be 7 a.m. Sometimes I'd hit it a 4th time. Then I'd wake up the kids, and somehow I'd end up on the computer, checking email and Facebook. Then I'd look over and it would be 7:20, so I'd hurry up and get ready, and there would be no time for breakfast. Sometimes I'd grab something to eat for the car, sometimes not. I'd feel hurried and rushed and hungry. And when I behaved like this, which was nearly every day, it just made my whole day feel hurried and rushed. And my productivity simply didn't exist. So I learned by studying those I admire that are at the top of their business game how very important it is to have a morning routine, to have time each and every day that I spend on things that are important to me, my business, my development, and my future. And that starts simply by waking up at the time that works for me, which isn't 6:30 a.m., and then hitting the snooze alarm 3 or 4 times. In fact, I made a resolution and stopped hitting the snooze button altogether. Now I clearly decide the night before what time I need to be up, and I commit to myself to waking up at that time, snooze free. I value myself too much to give up my morning routine time. For me, I now get up at 5 a.m. Now, that might sound terrifying to you if you're not a morning person. You don't have to get up at 5 a.m. But do give yourself an extra hour or so each morning to be able to implement a proper morning routine. In a few weeks, I'm not going to lie, those first few days are harsh, but you're worth it. But in a few weeks, you probably won't be waking up naturally at your new time, though do set your alarm just in case. So what do you do with your new extra time? You use this time for you. You do the things that will bring focus to your mind and calmness to your day. You take the time that your psyche is craving and get your head on straight. What do I do each and every morning? The first thing I do as soon as I get up and brush my teeth is I take 5 minutes to calm my mind and meditate. Now, I used to think meditation was some frou-frou silly that people who weren't quite in touch with reality did. But then I found that so many successful people did it. So I decided to give it a try. And you know what? It's life-altering. Clearing my mind from all the clutter, all the things I know I have to get done for the day, and just being silent leaves room in my mind for clarity. If you're new to meditation, there are lots of free apps that you can use on your smartphone to get you started. There's an app called Mindfulness that will time silent meditations for you. They ring a bell when the time is up. And another that I highly recommend is the 6-phase meditation. You can find that, and it's also free, on an app called Omvana. That's O-M-V-A-N-A, Omvana. Next, after that meditation time, I take a few minutes to journal in a gratitude journal. I write about how I feel about something that happened the day before, or something I thought of while meditating, or sometimes I simply list things I'm grateful for. My healthy kids, my beautiful home, my growing business. I usually do this with glitter gel pens and use stickers and get really silly with it. Sometimes I'll color in one of those new adult coloring books instead. The next part of my morning, and the part where I really have to set a timer or it will just get away from me, is my reading. I have a large selection of business and personal growth books on my iPad, and each morning I'll read a few chapters. Successful people read every day. They are constantly growing their minds and learning. I also spend 10 to 15 minutes exercising. Some people take a walk. I try to do that in the evenings if I need a pick-me-up. It's amazing how much better you feel when you do a little exercise. And it's so much more fulfilling than chocolate cake. Ask me how I know. I usually do a 10 to 15 minute yoga exercise. I have an app that I use called Daily Yoga, but there are plenty of other home exercise apps out there that you can use that require no equipment and that can be done in a limited amount of space if yoga isn't your thing. Next, I take a shower. Now, I used to take really hurried showers. I'm a mom after all. There's always someone or something that needs my attention. But since I implemented my morning routine, I take a little extra time to really enjoy the hot water on my back, and I take the time to put lotion on my body when I get out. I feel good and smell good, and it makes me smile, and it contributes to my overall positive feelings about the day. And there's one more thing I do in the shower. You see, I have what I like to call a narcissistic shower. In fact, I warn guests about my shower when they come to my house because I know that most people, okay, maybe it's just me, I don't know. Most people will snoop a little when they're in someone else's bathrooms. Okay, I don't personally snoop in other people's bathrooms, not on purpose anyway, but I always have to look behind the shower curtain because there's some deep down irrational fear that there's a ghost back there and it's going to jump out at me when I'm sitting on the toilet if I don't. So I figure if I do that, if I'm looking in somebody else's shower, other people are probably doing it in mine too. So I tell them about my narcissistic shower. So in my shower, there's this waterproof notepad that I bought. It's really cool. It comes with this little pencil and it will allow you to write down stuff when you're taking a shower. And I bought it because I used to have these massive epiphanies in the shower and I'd forget about them before I got out. So I bought this notepad and as soon as I did, no more epiphanies. Anyway, so instead of epiphanies, I wrote down affirmations. You know about affirmations, right? You look in the mirror and say things like, I'm brilliant, or I'm the best, or nothing can stand in my way. To be honest, I just really can't do affirmations that way. I feel ridiculous, like I'm lying to myself, which sort of defeats the purpose of doing them in the first place. So instead, on my waterproof notepad, I wrote down questions. Why am I so rich? Why am I so beautiful? Why am I so lucky? Why am I so happy? Now you can see why I warned people about the narcissistic shower. But when I read those questions while I'm taking my extra long, extra hot shower, my brain has to answer them. I don't get to decide if I am beautiful. I get to tell my brain why I am beautiful. And it totally changes my inner conversation. And after I'm done with my shower and my body lotion, every morning I make myself breakfast. If I'm being 100% transparent and truthful here, I will say that I frequently forget to eat lunch or dinner, but I always eat breakfast and start my day strong. And it's not a bowl of cereal. I make delicious coffee with my French press, and I poach a couple of eggs, and I enjoy fresh fruit. Now that it's part of my daily routine, it really doesn't take as long as I first imagined it would. By this time, the sun is usually up, so I open up the curtains, and if the weather is nice, I go out on my patio. I love to enjoy a cup of coffee on the patio, usually whatever's left over from breakfast, and I listen to the birds and smell the grass. Now, you may not implement every single thing on my list that I do each morning, but take that time for you. You are worth it. Read, journal, spend 5 minutes meditating. Get some good food into your stomach. Start your day off right. So why does this work? Did you notice that during this whole talk on morning routines, there wasn't much, business in it? No studying your company training, no making calls to your leads, and no working on social media. No. Your morning routine is all about you and getting your head on straight. It's about taking the time to give yourself what you really need each and every day to be at your best. When your head is clear and focused, it will make your business day more productive. You'll be less likely to get distracted by things like email and Facebook, and less likely to allow yourself to sit around and play games or watch TV. I know the reason I wanted to relax and watch TV was not because I wanted to catch up on shows, but because I desperately needed some me time. With a morning routine, I have me time, growth-focused, positive me time. And my desire to distract myself with TV or games or even sleep has gone away. The next life hack on our list is plan. Every successful business person makes a plan. Every one. Why? Because if you don't know where you're going, how on earth are you going to get there? Think about it. Would you jump in your car in Florida and say, "Oh, I'd like to go to Alaska today. Let's just drive northwest and we'll eventually get there"? Now, though it may be a fun and likely frustrating trip, it's going to take a lot longer and cost you a lot more money than is necessary. It makes much more sense to have a clear roadmap in front of you to show you the next step in getting where you need to go. And so we plan. The first part of your plan is your daily to-do list. This is your printed roadmap to success. I cannot overestimate the importance of a daily to-do list. You can write it on a scrap piece of paper or put it in a notebook. One of the successful people I interviewed has a whiteboard in her office, and she writes in big letters every day the tasks she needs to complete, and then she erases them as she completes them. Whatever your method, get your action items written down. There are 3 different methods of getting your to-do list down on a daily basis. Some successful people choose to incorporate creating a to-do list in with their morning routine. I'm in this camp. I complete my to-do list when I sit down at my desk after breakfast. Others put together their to-do list at the conclusion of their business day. They'll decide what needs to be done tomorrow, create the list, and sit it on top of their desk. And the third group of people creates their to-do list as they are getting ready for bed. Whatever method works for you, do it. When creating your to-do list, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, it's a good idea to reference your planner. Everyone in direct sales should have a planner, your calendar for the year where you record all your parties and personal and professional obligations. Make sure you're referencing this when you create your daily to-do list. You'll only want to put one major task in for any one day, never more than that. If there are too many big tasks to do, it may seem overwhelming, and you might not even get started. In fact, if at all possible, break your bigger tasks down into smaller tasks. So if your intent is to market your blog this week, perhaps one day is spent creating and sending a newsletter, one day is spent putting up posts on social media, and the third day is spent putting up a new blog post. That way you're not doing all of it at once. In addition to your one major task for the day, keep the rest of your list short, 3 or 4 minor tasks. And always start your day with the biggest, most time-consuming task or the task you dislike doing. Get it out of the way to free up your day for the smaller ones. I know when I accomplish the big to-do item on my list, it empowers me to finish the rest of the list strong. When you do this, when you create a to-do list, you're going to find that you'll never feel overwhelmed or lost. It's all written down right in front of you. Where to go next, what to do. So your to-do list is for today, but your goals list, that's for all of your tomorrows. What are your long-term goals? Where do you plan to be in 1, 3, 5, 10, or more years? Where do you want to be? I have to tell you, when I had my wake-up call and had to depend on my business to survive, I learned a lot more about myself than I cared to admit. I was genuinely shocked that my business had taken so long to thrive. When I really sat down to think about it, I was surprised that life had not really turned out exactly as I had hoped. But you know what? I didn't have much of a plan. I wanted to be debt-free, which was why I was consistently paying down those student loan debts my husband had. Ironically, I am now student loan debt-free. But I didn't have a set time frame I wanted to pay them off in. I just knew I'd be glad when they were done. And I knew, sort of, that I kind of wanted to buy a home eventually. But I never set it as a goal. It was just a random thought. But when I started talking to all those experts, every single one of them had goals. Goals for this week, this month, this year, and the next 5 years. Some even went as far as 10 years out. And the biggest piece of advice I got, and I have since implemented about goal setting, was to work backwards. To figure out where I wanted to be in 5 years. Okay, great. Got that. Now, in order to be at that goal in 5 years, where should I be in 3 years? And in order to be at that goal in 3 years, where should I be next year? 6 months from now? 3 months from now? What about 1 month? 1 week? Tomorrow? By going backwards with goal setting, you'll have a clear grasp on what you need to do today to reach your goal 5 years from now. So why does daily planning and goal setting work? It's quite simple. When you have a clear plan for your future, whether we're talking about 1 day in the future or 5 years in the future, you'll no longer get stuck. You'll know exactly what you need to do today to get you where you want to go. It's all written down right there in front of you, and you wrote it down. So it's what's important to you, not your company, not your upline, but you, your unique set of circumstances. And it's within your power to achieve. Which brings me to life hack number 3. Just do it. This seems simple, but this is usually the deciding factor between so-so and success for most consultants. I know that it was me for a very long time. I think a part of me was trying to make success harder than it was. If all you need to do is get up early to spend some time working on you, then create a to-do list and actually do the things on your list, it seemed to me that more people would be successful. I thought there was no way it could be this easy. There was no way this could work. I thought there had to be something else, like that magic system or pill or lucky ticket. There was something I was missing. But I was wrong. The honest truth is it's all about action. And not just any action, but positive action. Having a positive outlook on life and taking the action steps necessary to get you where you want to go. What does that mean, a positive outlook? The truth is, negative people can poison you and your team. Never underestimate the damage that can be done with negative thinking. I was recently out to lunch with one of my successful friends, and we had this beautiful spot outside this really nice restaurant right on the beach. I swear it was the best seat in the house. We had just gotten our drinks and we placed our orders, and then suddenly, without warning, he jumps up out of his seat, grabs his drink, and practically stormed off to the other side of the patio. He took a new seat, and I followed him, and I have to admit I was really confused. Then he said to me, "Those people who sat down behind us, they were negative, and I didn't want them to poison our lunch. The view might have been good there, but the atmosphere is much better here." To be truthful, I'm not sure I noticed that couple that sat down behind us, but I'm sure I would have. And he's right. There is no reason to keep company with negativity. Positive people and positive action are the keys to success. So Now it's time to share that magic secret with you. That one thing that every successful direct seller does daily, the most important factor in their business, the key element that they choose to implement that sets them apart from their competition. They follow up. This is it, my friends. This is the number one success tip for anyone in any business, and most especially for those of us in direct sales and network marketing. The way to grow your business is to follow up. Follow up with your hostesses, your party guests, your customers, your sales leads, your recruiting leads, and your team members. Are you doing proper hostess coaching before your party? Do you follow up with your hostess in the future to book another party? Do you invite her to an opportunity meeting? Are you calling your party guests to thank them? How about seeing if they need product refills? How about to invite them to your mystery hostess party or open house, or to see if they are ready to book a show? What about your leads? Do you ask them during a conversation if you can call them back in 2 weeks or a month? And do you do it? Do you follow up with them? What about new team members? Are you personally inviting them to team trainings? Do you call to see what help they need? Your 100 No's worksheet is a starting point for you. Here's what I want you to do. Take out your worksheet and call 100 people. This might take you a few weeks. That's okay. Call 100 people and ask them to either book a party or join your business. It can really be used for either goal, depending on what you're working on right now. You can do one round with booking parties, and then the next round could be for joining your business, whatever works for you and your circumstances. Now, there are many reasons why this worksheet works. First, it gets you comfortable with people saying no to you. You'll find as you complete this project that the no's get easier to hear. After all, they are not rejecting you. They are simply letting you know that your opportunity is not right for them at this time. It's part of life, and it happens to everyone. Each no you get brings you one step closer to a yes. And when you've gone through all 100 no's, count up your yeses. I think you may be surprised at just how many you've gotten. In fact, part of the fun of this project is the fact that you will learn not to make assumptions. 100 people is a lot of people. You'll be asking people you are sure will say no, just so you can check that box off your list. But a lot of those assumptions you are making are wrong. But here's where we take the 100 No's worksheet one step further. I want you to imagine that each of those no's is really a not now. So when you're talking to these leads and you're getting a reason that they're saying no or not now, you're asking if you have permission to contact them again when the timing is better. Ask if you can call them in 2 weeks or 2 months, or in April if they're waiting for their tax refund, or in September if they're waiting for the kids to go back to school. Find out when you can call them next, then make a note in your follow-up system and do it. The fortune is in the follow-up. And here are some interesting facts. Really look at the charts on this page here. On average, people need to hear a message or see a product between 6 and 8 times before they take action. 6 to 8 times. If you were their initial contact or give up too early, you have paved the way for someone else to steal your show. It is a very rare person who makes a decision the first time they are presented with information. In fact, if somebody does make a decision to work with you the very first time you've talked with them, chances are it's because they were already introduced to your product or opportunity by somebody else. That other person failed to follow up, okay? So that's why it's really critical that you implement a solid follow-up system. Here's how the numbers crunch. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% will make a second contact but then stop. And 12% of salespeople, and these are the successful ones, they're the ones that are making more than 3 contacts. The truth is, only 2% of sales are made on the first contact, 3 on the second, 5 on the third, 10 on the fourth. But 80% of all sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. The 5th to 12th. Don't give up too soon. Keep a notebook with all of your hostesses, leads, customers, and team members. Set a schedule to follow up, and each day, one of your to-do list tasks should be to check your follow-up schedule and make the appropriate calls every single day. This is it, my friends. This is the magic pill. It all boils down to these 3 simple concepts: wake, plan, do. Say that with me: wake, plan, do. Wake up in the morning, prepare to invest in yourself, plan your course of action, and do what it takes to succeed. It sounds simplistic, right? Once you've established these 3 methods to your day, it is simplistic. Everything else follows. It is simple. Your direct sales business shouldn't be hard. Another famous quote by Jim Rohn: success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Think about that for a moment and really let it sink in. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. The experts, the people at the top of the companies, the ones with the most sales, they've been telling us this all along. Why haven't we listened? With the 3 life hacks I've just given you today, you are now able to take your business from so-so to success, and it is my greatest wish that you do just that. My intent with this webinar is to help those in this industry learn some critical success tips and techniques that will have you getting more accomplished and making more money. Now, there are probably some of you here who are thinking, Raven, these tips sound great, and I can't wait to use them every day to grow my business, but I need a little more help setting up my goals and creating a usable follow-up system. How do I get the templates and training materials that I need? Anybody here feel like that? Most of these tools are simply not offered by companies or uplines. They are focused on sales and forget that mindset and discipline are the real keys to success. But don't let that stop you. I hope the info I've already provided to you today will help you kickstart your direct sales business by concentrating on the areas you need for massive success. And I do have a special set of resources available to you if you're ready to move up to that next level. You know, I love training and putting together these webinars, and I know that it has made such a huge difference in the lives of party plan consultants all over the world. I know this because of the awesome comments and messages I get. And all the life hacks I have gone over are part of a larger business training system called the Ultimate Direct Sales Success Kit. For those who are ready to take your business from so-so to success, this is for you. I spent well over a year putting all of the fantastic success strategies I've learned together into a comprehensive training system that takes consultants through the steps needed to live the life of their dreams. Now, if you feel this is something that you might be interested in, I have a special discount offer for you tonight that will only be available for a limited time while this call is open. My goal is to help home party consultants like you be able to live life on your terms. What would it mean to you if you could live the life of your dreams? If your business was the success you know deep down that it's capable of? If you could pay off your debt, be home with your kids, send them to college, spend quality time with those you love, and be able to afford life's adventures, both the planned ones and the unplanned ones. Imagine if you could generate the kind of income you needed to live life on your terms from your current business simply by getting clear on your morning routines, your daily plans, and your follow-up system. What if the business you've created could lead you to the perfect life you deserve, that your family deserves? It's time to commit to a transformation that will impact your life. It's time to make an investment in yourself. Will you continue to do the same things you've been doing and continue to get the same results? Are you happy with your current results? Or will you take positive action towards your ideal future and make a positive change in your life? It will take some elbow grease on your part. Just like I explained here, it takes making positive mental shifts in our minds, but it also takes concrete action. But you'll be given the information you need to take that action. If you had all the information you needed to be successful in your home party business and you were able to reach those goals you've set for yourself, would you do it? Well, would you? If all you needed to do was to follow a proven set of instructions, and at the end of that was everything you wanted in life, Would it be worth it to you to take positive action? So I'm here to ask you, are you ready to take your business from so-so to success? Are you ready to take one step closer towards living the life of your dreams? This is it, my friends. The ultimate direct sales success kit. And I really mean ultimate. I've crammed every tool and resource you could possibly need in order to get the right mindset, create your goals, and implement a solid follow-up system into this one beautiful bundle. So let's break it down real quick so you understand what it is that you're looking at. The first part of the success kit is something I'm quite proud of, and this is a project that has literally been over a year in the making. The Ultimate Direct Sales Goal Binder. It starts with a printable template kit. You'll be able to create your own stunningly beautiful goal binder and perpetual calendar. Print as many sheets as you need. There's a page for goals and plans, ones to write down your gratitude and inspiration, and even a template to track your sales on a daily basis. But that's just the beginning. Your dream notebook is your guide that will walk you through how to create your own goals and action plan. You'll be answering questions in it that are unique to you so that you're able to create a plan that works for you. The Ultimate Direct Sales Goal Binder also includes over 40 coloring pages. You know, that's all the craze right now, right? Coloring pages designed for adults that we color with gel pens or markers or colored pencils. Now you have a printable set to use when you get the urge. Plus, you'll have a report on mind maps, an alternate way to get your goals down on paper. The next part of the Ultimate Direct Sales Success Kit is the Create a Vision Board Guide and Templates. A vision board is a tool that you can use to help you clearly illustrate your life goals. It's a visual representation of your dreams and goals for your future and for your family's future. And not only will I show you how to create one, but you'll also have access to dozens of images and words that you can cut out and actually use on your vision board. Plus, you'll have access to a very fun tool, the Direct Sales Action Enforcer. This handy piece of software is designed to keep your time on track. Have you ever sat down to work on your business and 3 hours later you've realized that you've accomplished nothing more than getting through your email inbox and handling Facebook issues? It happens to us all. But the Direct Sales Action Enforcer will show you your missing pockets of time and have you filling them with productive activity. You know, the kind of activity that actually gets you paid. We like productive activity. Now I want to focus on your follow-up system. We start with Follow-Up Savvy, a video training that will show you how to create an index card follow-up system. Keep track of your hostesses, guests, and customers, sales leads, recruiting leads, and team members in a way that will have you organized and on top of things. You'll know who to contact and when. Next, I have created all the templates you'll need to implement your index card follow-up system, plus templates for a regular binder follow-up system if you'd rather work with a notebook. Keep track of pertinent details for each of your contacts and track when you last called them, sent a catalog, or invited them to a mystery hostess party. And I'm really excited about these. You'll get a set of 20 printable follow-up postcard templates. These templates can be printed on your printer, or you can go to Vistaprint and print a whole stack of them. And that's actually what I recommend doing. That way you can have them as needed and you don't have to spend a lot of money on ink. You'll have postcards for thank you cards and opportunity cards and welcome to the team cards, even cards reminding customers to reorder or wishing them a happy birthday. This set truly will help you take your business from that so-so place to the success point. And speaking of success, my goal is your success, and I can't sleep at night thinking that you'd invest in something you don't find life-altering. So here's the thing. When you invest in yourself and your business on PromotingDirectSales.com, you do so completely risk-free. If you make a purchase from Promoting Direct Sales and have implemented the strategies and training provided for 30 days, if it doesn't work for you, I will provide a free coaching session to work through it. If, after the coaching session, it still doesn't work, I'll give you your money back. Every last cent. If you're not going to benefit from this information, I have no desire to take your money. I value you too much for that. So does that sound like a deal? No risk to you, just valuable information and resources designed to help you take your business to the next level. Now, I know you're curious as to what that investment is, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But real quick, I want to ask you something serious. What does it cost you to take no action? That might seem like a strange question, but I'm serious here. The truth is, missed opportunities do cost money. You've seen quotes on Facebook saying, a year from now, you will have wished you had started today. And they're true. So what is the true cost of inaction? You're on this webinar today because you are looking for ways to take your business to the next level. And I've shown you what the truly successful people do on a daily basis to make that happen. For me, I needed to quadruple my income, and pretty fast, to be able to live off of it. And this is how I did it. What do you need to make a month to live off of your business? $2,500, $3,000, $5,000? You can do it. All it takes from you is action. Positive action. Take these resources and create the life you want to be living. I know you can do it. Others have. It's your turn. Oh, and real quick, I want to tell you about that special fast action bonus I've put together. This is the special gift I mentioned earlier. Here's the thing. Life rewards people who act fast, and so do I. So everyone who invests in the Ultimate Direct Sales Success Kit here tonight during this call will be receiving a special bonus. My best-selling Direct Sales Business Binder Template Kit for free. This set of 35 templates is designed to help you organize your business. There are forms for keeping track of parties and hostesses, for following up with leads and organizing fundraisers. There are templates for tracking expenses. There's even a to-do list template, tracking charity projects, and even for your various advertising expenses. There's even a template in there for gift certificates if your company doesn't offer one. You get all 35 templates free with your Success Kit today. And remember, this is an investment in you and your business. You are worth it. And if you already have the Direct Sales Business Binder Template Kit, then I'd love to be able to gift a copy of it to someone on your team. Simply contact our support department with the recipient's name and email address, and we'll hook them up. Okay, so here we go. The complete Ultimate Direct Sales Success Kit has a value of over $309, but I am offering it tonight as a one-time investment of just $97. I want to make this as affordable as possible to as many direct sellers as I can. I want you to have the opportunity to change your business and your life. All you need to do right now to get started immediately is to click the yellow button right below the screen. Now do that right now. You can be starting your training before I'm done talking. Your Ultimate Direct Sales Success Kit comes with the following: the complete Ultimate Direct Sales Goal Binder with the templates, the Dream Workbook, the coloring pages, and the Mind Map Report, the Create Your Own Vision Board Kit and templates, the Direct Sales Action Enforcer. Remember, that's the fun software that's designed to keep your time on track, plus the Follow-Up Savvy video training and follow-up worksheets and the follow-up postcards. And when you act now, you also get a copy of the Direct Sales Business Binder Template Kit to either keep yourself or gift to a team member. And all of this for a one-time investment of just $97. This entire bundle is immediately available to you after you go through PayPal. You don't need a PayPal account to be able to use PayPal. You can use a debit or credit card without setting up an account. It's not a problem. You'll be able to download your materials and get started right away. Everything is accessible online. You can print things from your home computer. You can use them online on your computer and without printing, and just fill in the blanks if you'd like to do it that way too. And you have lifetime access to all of your materials. Just log into your membership area at promotingdirectsales.com and click the login button in the upper right-hand corner if you want to come back to it at a different time. You can get started right now. Just click the yellow button below this webinar, and in minutes, you could be planning your future. Today is that day that you take the next step towards living life on your terms. Commit to taking the steps you need to change your family's world. Don't put it off until next week or next month, or think that you'll get back to it next year. There is too much to be lost in that time, and you can't ever get it back. That dream that you have in your heart, it's time to start working towards making it come true. Right now. Click the yellow button below and join us. Your family is worth it. Your future is worth it. You are worth it. And I believe in you.